Hey, man.
So thank you guys for being here with us. My name is Yolanda here at Pi Radio, Manchester, United Kingdom. I'm so honored to be interviewing you guys. Like, you know, like I fought for this interview. Okay, can I just let you guys know?
Oh, that's so cool, dude.
I was like, no,
Thank you
these
for
are
having
my
us.
people. I need to interview my people.
Yes.
Sure.
First of all, for those at home, you guys are the biggest house band in South Africa that I know, hands down. So for those at home, how can you guys describe yourselves as a trio to those who've maybe heard your music before, but never really familiarized it with the faces or you guys live?
So we make house music, but I think it's the foundation of our sound. And I think as individuals, like we all love soul, jazz, gospel, you know, so we've kind of fused these sounds that we like and put them on top of this foundation that is called house music. And then our big focus is live performance. Like we love performing live. So it's all live instruments. Mo plays trumpet, I sing, jam guitar. Dr. Duda, who's not on the call now, he's the DJ producer. He plays keys, plays saxophone. So it's a whole live experience, and that's kind of our favorite place. Wow. It's very rooted in South African sound, but inspired by music.
Yeah, right. I love that. I love that. I love that about you guys. You guys all played specific roles in the band. I know you, Jay something, you're the vocalist and the guitarist, and Moti's the trumpeter, and Dr. Duda is the producer and, you know, the guy behind the beats. Now, apparently there is a rumor you guys met at a jam session. Is that right?
Yeah, well, that's true. We actually met by chance, you know, and it was all unplanned, of course. And yeah, Micasa started off, like you can say it, as a jam session because we were just jamming. And we actually jumped on Duda's set, on Dr. Duda's set, you know?
Okay.
And yeah. So
and we didn't know one another.
Yeah, from Barcelona.
We didn't know one another at all.
Really?
That's the true story. That's what makes it really crazy.
So like who approached who? Like who had the guts to say like, do you know what? I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to say, hey, yo, it's me. Hey.
I was so young, man. I had a hoodie on. I was shy as hell. And I went up to the DJ and I knew that there was all these like beautiful people that everybody looked perfect. And I was like, man, this is a great opportunity to try and sing. And went up to Duda and said, yo, can I jump on the mic? And he didn't know who I was. And the next thing I knew, there was this other young kid whipping out a trumpet and he wanted to share the mic with me. And I'm like, dude, what's going on? And that was Mo.
Wow.
And literally, you know, that was 10 years ago.
And is that before or after Soul Candy, Jay something? Because I know you were working there for some time.
Yeah, so I was actually running and cleaning their studios for other artists.
Wow.
And that was in that time while I was working there, they were throwing this party. And I rocked up to that party, and that's when the moment happened. And then thereafter, Soul Candy said, "Wow, guys, you guys need to start a band." And I begged these guys for 3 months. I was like, "Please, can we record a song? Just one song, yo." And thank God we did. We recorded the first song. It was These Streets, and from there on, it was history.
It really was. Is that the moment where you guys decided on the name, decided on the drive of what you guys wanted to do long term, or it was just one of those spontaneous moments and you kind of just went with the flow?
Yeah, well, everything had just been a blessing, you know, started off as a blessing, and it's been a beautiful journey. Like the name, I remember Jay calling me like 3 a.m. in the morning saying, Mo, yo, man, we are Mi Casa. I'm like, dude, I'm sleeping, man. Like, let's chat later. And he's like, nah, man, we Mi Casa because we were struggling. Well, we're not struggling. Ourselves the difference, all different names.
Mad.
It can be all about creating this family and just, yeah.
I love it. I love that.
Before, you know. Yeah, everything started and it's been a blessing. Like it's been a beautiful journey, you know.
Now, 2021 is your guys' 10-year anniversary, right? You guys have been together 10 years.
Yep.
Now, I remember the first
10 years, 5 albums.
These Streets came out, I think you guys won Best Song 2012 for These Streets. Now, These Streets was a banger for me. This is the first time I personally heard house like that. I think I wasn't the vibe of house, but you guys definitely like changed the sound of house for me. Now, how was that moment as like these young guys in the industry, 3 young guys in the industry coming together, working on good energy and good vibes, winning Song of the Year 2012? Did you expect these streets to go that far?
Nah, we didn't. Matter of fact, we knew that it wasn't our strongest song on the album.
Really?
You know, we actually put it out just as like a teaser to say, yo, we're here. And that year, I mean, that was the year we released, and that year at the awards, we cleaned up, like we won a whole bunch of things. And Song of the Year obviously was the big one. But to say we expected it, nah, I'd be lying, man. We didn't expect any of this. It's literally been an organic growth system. Like, we have gone with the flow. We have just remained true to ourselves, and we've remained true to the art, and just kept trying to beat the last project. And that's kind of been the motto. It's just competing with one another and staying true. And yeah, so far, I mean, from these streets, that was the first song. So you've been with us since the beginning, huh?
Literally, like I followed you guys from the top to now. And I know you guys now have an amazing deal with Universal. Tell me about that. Tell me about that moment.
So yeah, I don't know if we've lost Mo, but Universal was such a blessing in disguise, because, you know, we've been doing this now for, like I mentioned, like for 10 years, and we've done 34 African countries. We've toured to UK, to Portugal. Yeah, we've done a whole bunch all over the world, thank God. And we did that all independently. That was literally just organic growth of the music spreading via word of mouth. And I think that as a band, and when you've kind of reached what you think is what your limits of your capabilities, you want to kind of, you're curious to know, like, if we had a major, what would happen, you know, if we had a big team and all these, you know, incredible people that we do have around us. So it's been a step for us that like feels in the right direction. And we are super glad to be with Universal Global, because it's a massive record label. And so far it's been an amazing journey, you know. We can't wait for things to kind of open up again, so that things can, I know everybody resonates with that. So once it does, I think that's when we're really going to see the benefit behind being with a record label like Universal. But releasing the project that we just released with them, I don't know if you've heard it, but it's called We Made It. It's an amazing album. My favorite Micasa album of all time.
I have to say, it's one of my favorite album covers for you guys. I love the graphics of the album cover, to the top to the bottom. And a quick question, because I've always wanted to ask, like, you guys as Micasa, you know, it's in my vision board. If I ever interview Micasa, this is what I'm going to ask them. So I've always wanted to ask, what's the glue that keeps you guys together? Because, you know, with bands, or trios rather, they tend to, once they're signed or once they reach a specific level in their fame, you know, it becomes tricky to handle things, and so the work ethic becomes a bit diluted. How do you guys keep the bond together? And is it because of your different backgrounds in life? Like Moti comes from a musical family, so does Dr. Duda. You are a guitarist and a vocalist. Like, is that what keeps you guys unique?
Well, I kind of lost you there, but yeah, the keeping together part. Can you hear me clearly though?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
So yeah, the staying together and, you know, just like, you know, putting together, should I say, has been the communication. You know, we got such great communication, and we also guys that love different things, you know, so we respect that, you know. So I think to answer your question of just keeping us together, has just simply been communication part of it. And also us doing what we love, you know, because every time we get all together and record music or perform the music, it's always magic that's created there, you know. So there's really something special about the 3 members, and we also give each other freedom to do all the other things that we love. Like, you know, Jay, he loves his cooking. You know, there's so many things. Like Jay's just, his mind never stops. You know, he's one person who is just, the creativity is too much there, you know. And so is Duda also, like way you know, he's got his side things that he also loves, and myself, you know. And so, but we always respect that, and we always give each other the freedom, and always know that Micasa.
It's hard work, yo. It's hard work. It's like being in a relationship. I mean, like I've been with these guys for 10 years now, you know, like it's either you bring the spark back or it's over, you know what I'm saying? So
active working, active movement.
And that's I always say this, like people always talk about how hard it's being in a band. Well, like how hard is it being in a relationship? Like what's your experience been with that? It's hard work, man. It takes a lot of patience, trust, sacrifice. So like anything, man, it's been a good journey. We've gone through our ups and downs, but man, so say all of us, and we've stuck it out. And when times get tough, we don't give up. I think that's really important, you know, for us. Like this, we hope that Micasa stays together forever, whatever that's going to look like. I'm not too sure, you know. It doesn't mean that we won't do solo projects or whatever, but Micasa as an entity, as a family, that we can stay together, because we don't want people to think that quitting should be an option when things get hard. Because when things get hard, you should push a little harder.
Exactly, yeah.
That's kind of the motto. So it's hard work. You can see this guy. He's hard work.
Can we relax there at home?
Hey.
You know, and that's the one thing. That's
He's
the one
chilling
thing
in the
about
sauna.
The band that, hey, no, not in the sauna, bro.
Oh, brilliant. So I know you guys came and did your UK tour not too long ago. Now, picking a track list for any, I think, musician or artist going to a different country is, I think, one of the most nerve-wracking things to decide. So when you guys came over, what was your vibe? Did you have a specific energy you wanted to bring to the UK, and which would influence your track list? Or do you have a basic track list for, you know, certain countries or certain new places that you guys come to?
Yeah, you know, like we've been doing this for a while now, so we've built up quite a rich catalog of content, and I think that the songs, I remember once John Mayer actually doing a concert, and he did this set of like just blues songs, and apparently the crowd didn't react like he wanted to, and he said thank God for the hits, because he could go back to the hits. And what was tricky about that tour to the UK is that we were actually launching a brand new album. And when you're launching a brand new album in a brand new territory, it becomes hard, because everybody wants to listen to These Streets and Heavenly Sent and La Vida. So it's always about having that balance of making sure that you play the songs that everybody wants you to hear, especially because it's a first time. And then in between, like sneaking in, you know, the new material, even if it's just sort of like a minute and a half, 2 minutes of it. It's all about, for us, it's all about the energy and maintaining that energy and taking people on a trip, because that's the most important thing. You know, it's not, the new music isn't as important as that moment.
Exactly.
You come to a concert because you're coming to escape and to have a good time. And that's what we want to deliver. More than introducing you to a new song. Like, you're going to listen to the new song if you want to. So that's kind of always like the thought process behind it.
And I know you guys are really big, like you mentioned, big on live performances. Now, with COVID and coronavirus and everything of such that we're living in this world, tell me how that has been for the industry and for you guys as, you know, a live band, working in these times. Is it harder than usual, or does it make you push creativity to different boundaries?
I'm not sure about Mo. I feel like I'm answering all the questions and I feel bad.
No. I keep on losing Yolanda. I can hear you clearly, but I can't hear Yolanda that well.
Oh, okay.
So, but all I heard was a big crowd, so that we haven't been, you know.
No,
but
I
please
mean,
answer,
Yolanda,
boy.
like it's been so hard, dude. Like I can't even like beat around the bush. Like it's like music as a business, right, is such a hard business already, because so much of it has been taken away from us. So like when I always remind people, like, you get music anytime, anywhere you want at a press of a button. You don't even know how much it costs you to listen to a song. You know, remember the days where like you had to go to the store to actually buy a CD
and buy a CD.
Exactly. And you were like, yo, this month I'm gonna buy this album. And it was like a moment for you, right?
Like, I'm going.
Exactly. Now, unfortunately or fortunately, because it did a lot to counter piracy, like it's kind of helped, you know, but it doesn't help monetarily, you know. So like without being able, and then more than anything, mentally, like not being able to be on that stage to get the energy out. You know, I always, like, my psychologist always tells me, like, dude, like, I hope you're singing to the mirror. Like, I hope you are just letting it out, you know, because it does impact one. So I feel a lot for the whole industry, including us, you know, like it hasn't been easy. Anybody that tells you, I mean, it's kind of obvious, right?
Yeah, it is.
Like, we can't perform. 90% of our income comes from live performances. That's been taken away. It's almost like become illegal to do it. So it's been hard.
So does that mean you
stay
have
positive,
to be in the studio like 24 hours of the day?
No, that means you need to go find something else to do.
Like cook, right?
Yeah, well, like whatever it is, you know, and because I could give you like the romantic answer here, like, yeah, I'm spending a lot more time in the studio, but like I am, but I need to find other opportunities. You know, I know that there's a lot of younger artists that are looking to the older guys to kind of know, like, yo, what should I be doing? And I think the last thing I want to tell up and coming artists is like, stay in the studio and make music. Like set a certain amount of time to make music, because that's your passion and that's your talent. But unfortunately, at the moment, like, more time in the studio doesn't equate to more money in the bank.
Exactly.
If that makes sense.
And I think people don't realize that being in studio on its own is just more money to even to stand there. To even just ask for someone to press a button, it's money coming out. So
yeah, definitely. I mean, now we're in the age where, like, you need to learn how to do everything yourself, because I think the days are nearly gone where you like asking somebody to press record.
Imagine YouTube. We thank God for YouTube.
Yes.
So guys, tell me, we haven't heard you with any collabs in the UK yet. Tell me there's something in the works. Tell me there's something you guys are cooking there somewhere.
We have a really exciting remix coming out of Europe, not necessarily the UK. But we're very, very, very excited. Universal's been hard at work, and I think we've really hit the nail on the head, like with this remix. But we have so many dream collabs out of the UK, man. Like, for me, I would love to hear Micasa and Tom Misch. Like that, for me, I think would be incredible.
Guys,
that's
I'm
fire.
telling you, I will sell the tickets myself. I will.
Yo, hey man, I'll sell an organ.
I'll do it myself for that collab, definitely. And I hope Tom Misch is watching.
Amazing.
Well, thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Here at Pi Radio. And when I do come to South Africa, I'm definitely hoping to see you guys do something, even if it's just passing by, singing these streets, you know, on the streets. But do come to the UK again. We'd love to have you back here again. Thank you so much again for your time, Jason Flynn.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate you, man. Thank you.
And
thank you to all the listeners, and go and check out our stuff, man, at Mi Casa Music.
Where can we find you?
Across all the platforms. Yeah, at Mi Casa Music, across all the social media platforms, and go give our music a listen. Our brand new album is called We Made It. It's out. It's an incredible body of work. Go and check out the song that Mamela, that's out right now. It's doing so well. So yeah, go and check it out. It's all on YouTube and everywhere. So thank you again for having us.
Thank you so much for your time. Guys, this is Micasa. Thank you here at Pi Radio.
Woo! Thanks, Yolanda.
Hi, guys.
Peace. Ciao. Bye.
Bye-bye.